So I'm going to start with Hallie, with Alyssum. You were on the bridge with Jasen and Fenrir, the Bayonne Bridge between New Jersey and Staten Island. And you had just done your meditation experiment.
Okay.
So, yeah. What are you guys going to do now?
Did we have a plan to meet back up at one of the apartments, either Solga's or Picasso's?
You could retroactively decide that.
Okay. I think Soleil did want to meet up with us again, so maybe we go to Solga's place or Helga's place.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. I did get the impression that you guys were like going to meet up at Vanessa's apartment again, but
We can do that too. Either one.
yeah, it's up to you.
Okay.
Because that
I think that's a good idea. We should meet up again about some of our stuff.
I'll send you guys a text that says to get some gasoline on the way, some diesel.
Oh, it's also
Diesel?
about almost 8 p.m. And the last time you slept was in the ruins of Vond.
Yeah, it's sleepy time soon.
So also a few of you were like working on your, presumably this evening, working on your city integration talent.
Mhm.
So I'll leave that up to Patrick and Solga. That's, you could be doing that. Whatever you, yeah. I'll just stick with Hallie for the moment and come back to the rest of you. Hallie, where are you going?
I will suggest that we go to Picasso's place, chit chat, and then figure out where everyone's sleeping tonight.
We all have our own apartment, right?
Yeah.
Unless you think we should try to stay together still.
I don't know yet.
Totally fair. Because I was also thinking a good idea or not.
I feel like Alice would be a little bit torn because this version of her lives alone and is used to living alone and probably wants to go home, but then Forbidden Lands Alyssum is used to always living with other people and being around other people
Same.
and be weirded out by being in her apartment by herself with all of this stuff that she doesn't fully understand at the moment.
Spread out. There's a lot more big shock.
All right.
So you back at my apartment, or?
Yeah, so they'll take an hour or a little over an hour to about 9 p.m. Alyssum, Jasen, Fenrir, and Solga would arrive back at your apartment. 1 second, I have to take things out of the oven real quick.
And I really did text you and say to bring back like a gas can of diesel.
Why
Okay.
a diesel? And what is this for?
'Cause it's more flammable.
But it's smellier.
That's true, but it's going to be in glass bottles.
Is this for Molotov cocktails?
Yeah,
You don't want to use diesel for that.
why not? You could be right. I don't know. I don't know why I said that in that tone.
Oh, well, I believe partially it's because classically it's made with grain alcohol, so it burns a little slower. So you're less likely to set yourself on fire for one.
I guess that does make sense.
And
All
also,
right.
I believe some types of gas, I believe diesel, methane fuel, or glass, it's difficult to see in daylight. So if you do set yourself on fire, other people might not see, know to put you out.
That's a good point, Solga. And then
Yeah,
I'll send
and-
another text. It's scratch that, make it unleaded.
If it's for Molotov cocktails, just say buy some bottom shelf vodka or some
Yeah.
Everclear. Actually, it should be bottom shelf vodka. It's probably cheap. And I feel okay saying this because Helga.
All right, so
Unless we want to take the time to dissolve the gasoline or the diesel in styrofoam.
I don't think that's a good idea.
That's how you make napalm.
Yes, I'm
Yeah.
aware. But I think if you're trying to do it quick and dirty style, just regular old Molotov cocktails.
You're the expert.
a little bit before we get you guys back to Alyssum's or to Vanessa's place, I'm going to Solga. You were in the car with them. You drove over the bridge into Staten Island. Everything went black for about 40 minutes. You were in complete sensory deprivation. Do you want to have attempted anything during that?
While I was blacked
Yeah.
out?
Yeah.
I think I just want to meditate as deeply as I could.
All right. Are you going to try to accomplish anything with that meditation?
I guess I wouldn't mind trying to pierce the veil, for lack of a better, see if I'm able to get in. Or I can gain a wheel.
Okay, so give me a insight mindful roll +3.
Okay.
This sensory deprivation state gives you a +3 to
Oh,
attempts like that.
wait, what do I roll again? I'm sorry. You said insight? +3?
Your insight mindful
Okay. Sorry, all these stats. Here's success.
2?
Yeah.
Okay. You only really manage a low level of meditation, but if you had any wits damage, you can recover that.
I have
I
no
don't
damage.
Did you have any stress points? I think you might have had a stress point. You can also recover
Was that
stress
from...
point. I don't have any written down. I don't see any. But in any case, okay. So after 40 minutes, you come into awareness again in the car on the bridge heading back into Brooklyn, and you have a memory of having driven down into Staten Island and saying, yeah, hey, you guys do the experiment on the bridge, and I'm gonna wait here with the car. And then they walked up the bridge, and then they came back and they told you all about this experiment they did, and then you all drove back across the bridge, and then you're in Brooklyn, and then you guys drove back to Vanessa's place. Okay, now you're there. You're all back. Pat, basically I essentially let go of character control of your character at around 3 p.m. You guys arrived at Vikessa's apartment, and so it's been 6 hours. You guys were talking about about 4 p.m. Jasen and Vanessa went to the gun store, and so on. But yeah, what's Vincent thinking and doing this evening? It pretty much, I guess, imagine 6 hours hanging out at Vanessa's place, which is a really swanky apartment high up on a tall apartment building in Queens West, overlooking the overlooking the East River, and actually you can see where your boat is from her window from her apartment or balcony. It's basically right below you guys, by the way.
And for reference, I took a bath. I'm in some culottes and an oversized sweatshirt with my laptop on the couch, training my city integration. I'm not talking a whole lot.
Okay.
So what might you have been doing for the last 6 hours?
Hi. So we were at the shelter.
Yeah,
and
St. Anthony's.
What happened to the people we were trying to save and the priest? I heard that he asked us to investigate something, but what about the thing that we were doing with the people?
So they were allowed to stay there at St. Anthony's table on a soft condition that Father Seamus was going to take them anyway. But he was also like, hey, in exchange, as a favor, can we ask Finley, would you guys be willing to do me this favor? You seem the kinds of people who have seen your way around things, and yeah, would you be willing to come down into the subway and investigate these potential demon bear tomorrow morning? And everybody else agreed. And then when you were leaving the place, Ji Young Kang came out, said, thank you guys for helping us out here, but you're not going to just leave me here. Are you going to help me expose this stuff, expose the syndicate? Are you going to help me with this? And the rest of the group assured her that yeah, and you all gave her your burner phone numbers, so she has access to a phone, and so she can call at any time. And so you guys assured her you won't be forgetting about her, that getting that information that she has down in that facility is still a big priority. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
Were you there were you present in the session where they rescued her family?
Yeah.
Okay, cool. Okay, so then you guys went to Vanessa's apartment.
What did we tell the father about the syndicate and the stuff that was going on there, the priest?
No, I don't recall if you did. 1 second. I think you might have told him that she had been kept captive by the Korean mob, because he's got to know who to keep her protected from. Let's see. Seamus. So, looking back at your conversation. Oh, that was the next one. Yeah, I think so.
Okay.
Oliver.
Hi. Hello.
Welcome. So, I just fast forwarded you guys, we just got you guys back to Vanessa's apartment, and
what time is it?
It's about 9 o'clock.
Okay.
8 p.m.
9 p.m.
So it's still the same day from last session,
Same day.
correct? Okay,
Yeah, it's the same day since you guys woke up to invade Vond.
Okay.
A
Wow,
long
what
day,
a day. Yeah.
Anyway.
Okay. I'm trying to think. I'd like to discuss with the group. It seems like it might be best to put in some bomb threats to the building and have multiple fire departments or investigation places have reason to break in and bust the whole compound up. They already know that they've been infiltrated, so I would imagine they're going to try to clean themselves up quickly. I don't imagine they may try to keep operations going there, depending on how confident they are, but they're definitely going to be scared and worried that we broke in. So I don't know how long anything of value is going to be staying there, but I don't know what you guys thought.
I can see the wisdom in that. I guess one of my firsthand concerns is, do we have a good way of tracking them after they go to ground afterwards?
Yeah, I feel like we don't know enough about what's in there because like we don't know what's in there in this reality. Like it could be one of those sensory deprivation zones down when we get deep enough.
Are you saying we go down with the bomb threat, or?
I don't see how we could.
Yeah, I was just confused.
I guess I don't know what would
Okay.
I don't know what would happen if a bunch of law enforcement went
Sorry, I
in.
missed that last- sorry.
I don't know what they would find. I don't know what would be revealed because we're not in with them. We would only know whatever the official story was about what's down there, and we would have no idea what was true.
Okay.
Patrick, what would Vincent think with Alice talking about a sensory deprivation zone?
Oh, I assume it's in reference to when Vincent blacked out when he went out of over that bridge.
Did you black out?
I think that's what you told me,
Yes.
or what did you tell me Vincent experiencing?
You fully remember going to Staten Island and rescuing Ji Young's brother.
Okay, but did I feel odd about it? Or did Vincent's character feel odd about it?
I think that's up to you.
But like, Brian, I
He
think
didn't
you did say that he experienced the blackout thing that we all did.
Have you described that to Vincent?
We talked about it on the way back.
Okay, with Vincent. So I recall Patrick saying I blacked out. I did not describe the same experience to Patrick.
I don't know what. Yeah, I don't know. We talked about it.
Not in great detail, but so Patrick, I did a weird narrative thing, and
Yeah, I remember
I'm-
that, but I
yeah.
wasn't sure how much it felt weird to Vincent. That's what I don't remember.
So I will leave that up to you, roughly. It felt a bit okay. If there was any what I described happening in the narrative, the weird narrative thing that I did there, I suppose when you're with like from the perspective of Vincent, like I don't want to. I besides what I did narratively, I don't want to take control of Vincent's perspective.
Okay, I can see two pathways, assuming where you're going is one, you want Vincent to think that he doesn't understand what they're talking about and ask them, and then he learns about it and he's, oh yeah, and I have experienced that too. Or it can be he experienced that, then talked with them before, and now he understands and he's already up to date. So it seems like the two pathways. So I'm not sure if that's cheating or if that's going too far.
No,
If that's
cheating.
gaming.
The metagaming aspect the only thing that I will say metagaming is you didn't have the same kind of experience that they did. But so I'll let you, maybe your character has gleaned that from your character may have more in-depth conversations than you as players actually did. But so the other just breadcrumb that I'll give you is perhaps it felt a bit like autopilot when you were there. Maybe there's like a strange sense of like the opposite of deja vu. Like when you remember what you did in Staten Island, it's like you almost remembered like a dream.
How often
you remember just happening? What?
How many times has this happened to Vincent before?
This has never happened to Vincent before. Maybe no, this has never
I
happened.
have a
before.
thing to say that might help clarify this conversation and how it would happen with characters.
Sure. After I say one last thing. Vincent, you've been out of state. You've been out of New York City, obviously. I don't know how far around you've traveled and stuff like that, but whatever. So narratively, I see no reason at this moment for Vincent to assume it has something to do with going to Staten Island, because you've been to Staten Island before, and this hasn't happened before. This is something that is a relatively new experience.
Okay. I guess I'll say, so the zones you're talking about, you guys felt like you went into autopilot mode? That's what you guys were messing around with?
No,
Wait,
so Alice would want to describe it in great detail to everyone.
Yeah, I felt like I was going into autopilot. Do you guys remember what happened when it happened to you guys?
Like a vague memory that happened, but not.
Do you remember the things that happened when it happened?
My experience was that as soon as we got midway across the bridge to Staten Island, I was in complete sensory deprivation, but still conscious, like inside my mind. But I had absolutely no sensory input from the outside world and could not communicate with anyone else. And then once we had passed over the other bridge out of Staten Island, then it was like a memory was implanted in my mind. But I also have a memory of being deprived of all of my senses and not being in my body, having my consciousness not be in my body and not knowing what's happening to my body until after, and then having the memory like appear in my mind.
Yeah, that one.
I think for Vincent, it was just like watching a video of my life. I don't remember struggling with any decisions, I think.
So you could still see everything and feel everything that was happening, but you didn't have any conscious input of how it went, basically.
Brian, is that?
I would say that sounds like a familiar description.
Okay.
And we know from our experiments that at least the knowledge that we have outside of that zone, we still have inside. And Vincent doesn't know about the Forbidden Lands, right?
I don't think you guys have said anything
Okay,
about that.
no. Then Alice would just say we had Jasen go into one area, like the area where he was set outside of his body. And then I asked him questions, and he was still able to answer them all, even though I know that he was not consciously there, or at least some part of him was not there, but you couldn't tell from the outside. I don't know, I'm doing a bad job of describing this, but
I think you're doing great.
So it's like he was still able to respond to you and knew everything, but he was like, it's like talking to a blackout drunk person. They're not forming memories, but they can still talk to you.
nothing. If I didn't experience being completely blacked out in that same area, I would have no idea that anything had occurred. Like, no change was observed on my end when he crossed over that threshold. But to test it, I basically did a lap around Jasen and what's Fenrir's name here?
Finley.
Finley. And like, it was clear from that Jasen was inside the sensory deprivation zone, whatever it is, he was inside of it. I also tried to see if I could control my actions inside there without having prior knowledge of what they would be, and it seems no. I still have some questions about what occurred, because basically I went in there with the intent that I'm gonna go in there, I'm gonna be blacked out, I'm gonna meditate, I'm gonna visualize my body doing something, but I'm not gonna decide what it is before I get in there, so that knowledge of my actions can't leak in to that other side. And according to Finley, I went in there, I appeared to meditate, and then I did an action, but it was not the same action, and it was also not the same number of times that I performed it in my mind. So it could either be that, like, whatever I consciously decide my actions are going to be before I go into that area, like, whatever's controlling me in there, if it's just another part of me or it's an outside being or whatever, it's relying on my intent, but it wasn't able to, like, it was like I was locked out.
Interesting.
It could be that I did have some connection to my body, but it was very weak. Or it could be that I had no connection to my body. Whatever was controlling my actions in that zone was just extrapolating based on the knowledge it had from inside my mind. Like, it was able to, my thoughts were, like, if I were to stand on that bridge on the side where I'm consciously there and say, decide internally, just completely inside my mind, not telling anyone this, just decide completely internally, I'm going to walk over there and I'm going to scream and shit my pants. That's what I would do. But if I said, I'm going to walk over there and I'm going to decide, and I'm going to do a dance, but I'm not going to decide what dance until I get over there, I don't think it would be the same dance.
So what if, I think we should, like, okay, what if you, before you went in, you made the intent, okay, I'm going to meditate on my body, and I'm going to, when I'm in there, meditate on joining my body and my mind, and you try to join the two? Did you try that?
I did try, and, like, kind of worked, but I would need to do a little bit more experimenting.
Okay, interesting.
Yeah,
An interesting problem ahead of us.
yeah.
I feel like I walked about 1,000 miles between 3 different planes of reality today. So if anybody needs a place to crash, they can crash here, but I'm going to go to bed.
Be like, if anyone's feeling a little wired and weird, come over to my place. We'll buy some beer and Pete have a sleep.
Oh, did you bring bottom shelf liquor?
I was here the whole time. I didn't bring anything.
Not you. I texted.
Yeah, let's say we got
Sure.
some.
You got some liquor.
I'm
Okay.
definitely going to Solga's for a sleepover.
Yeah.
Just like Everclear or something.
Where is the girl that Vincent remembers from her dreams?
At my place.
Is that where we're not there?
We're not at
No.
Solga's. We're not at Helga's place.
You're at
Helga's inviting people over. Like, if y'all want to maybe hang out a little bit, and, like, I'm gonna say no shop talk. This is chilling, bonding time. We'll get some beer and some pizzas, and we can hang out. And everyone's welcome to stay over who wishes to. I got couch, blankets, pillows.
Okay.
Probably one of those little fold out cube things, very practical, small apartments.
Little detail question. When you guys are like having conversations and stuff like that, do your character, because I notice you as players are occasionally saying Helga, Solga, Vanessa, Vicassa, Finley, Fenrir, Alyssum, Alice. I presume, I think, Murky Mirror, your characters are also making those slip-ups.
Probably, yeah.
Oh yeah,
Vincent, what do you
definitely.
think of that? They're like each calling each other occasionally different names that like sound similar.
That would be confusing. Maybe I thought that they were picked aliases for themselves and they just forgot.
Makes sense. Okay. So who's going to Solga's place?
Me.
Finley.
Vincent will go if he's allowed. He wants to.
You're welcome to come over. Everyone's
Okay.
welcome. But again, no shop talk.
No shop talk.
This is quiet bonding time.
We can
Okay.
get to know Vincent a bit more too.
What was that?
All
Sorry.
right.
We can get to know Vincent a bit more too.
Exactly. This is bonding time. No shop talk.
Yeah.
Did the girl wake up? Did we
She
get
was
her
at-
name?
Oh, G Young?
The girl from Vincent's dreams.
Oh, no. I mean, you don't know yet. You haven't been back to that. You've been at Vanessa's apartment the last.
Oh, she was asleep
hours.
on my left.
Yeah. Yes, the girl named that they were calling Mariah was like asleep, apparently unconscious. Yeah. And her mother, presumably Sally, has stayed back there and was caretaking. I don't know. Actually, I don't know why you would presume Sally is her mother. They all went into the facility without any pretense of picking up a child. So I don't know what you presume. Seems like the most likely, unless you asked what the relationships are. I think the surface appearance would be that they rescued a child from human trafficking.
Who Vincent thinks is a dream queen.
Oh, this slave child is my queen.
Also, I'm also going to point out that we might be good to consider putting Mariah on like a saline drip or something. I don't know what's going to happen to this person over time.
So who wants to ride in the van?
How much room is there?
Plenty.
Room for
All right, let's
everybody.
all pile in there. Come on over.
Yeah, I think Jason
Nessa,
will.
You're welcome to come too, but if you want to sleep, I understand. But I feel like we all need to unwind a little bit and get our bearings. And I feel like a hearty meal and some hard alcohol will help with that.
Yeah, Jason will come too, but he's got his own car.
Yeah. Okay, someone should ride. Well, okay, yeah, sounds good. We can ride inspector vehicles. Let's stop and get some pizza, beer, maybe bottled wine, and some cheap whiskey on the way there. Who wants one on their pizza?
Okay.
Obviously,
Mushroom.
pineapple and jalapeno. There's
Oh, fuck yeah.
no
That's
other
the
way.
good shit.
Yes. I feel like we already stopped and got vodka for Vicassa.
Okay.
We probably got the whiskey and wine while we were there, but we still need
Okay.
to get some za.
Yeah, and beer. But
Okay.
yeah, there's probably like a pizza shop and with the extra liquor store somewhere nearby.
Sure. Yeah.
Actually, we probably should go two nearby in case we get spotted and recognized. Maybe closer to Vanessa's place, and then we can drive it back and eat it and stuff.
I think I can.
Also, it's New York City. I wouldn't be too worried about being randomly recognized on the street. Maybe a little bit, but
If there's like a pizza place a block from my apartment, I probably go there a lot. They probably know me.
yeah, that's fair.
If it's like me and a bunch of people, and that keeps happening, I might get a little just being safe.
Yeah.
It's
You
better
go
go to
by-
one of the 10 pizza places from your apartment to that pizza place.
There's like one that's slightly better than the others, and I'm willing to go there, even though it's an extra block away.
Okay.
All right.
Yeah. You guys go there. You're getting pizza. So when it's Friday night.
Mm.
You're down in downtown Brooklyn and waiting. You've gone into a pizza joint. It's a small. It's a commercial area. There's a fair amount of people around. It's probably about almost 9:30, 10, and the kind of nightlife is just starting to pick up. And there's like a lot of young people eating pizza, pre-gaming, that kind of thing, whatever they're doing. And you're waiting for your pizza to come, and you're hanging out on the street. They'll call. There's like a window on the sidewalk. This pizza joint, you can go inside, but it's a fine night. You guys are standing around waiting, and there's like looks like maybe a drunk guy on the street. In the street, he looks like he doesn't look homeless or anything like that. He's just he looks like a pretty built guy, and he's standing in the middle of the street. You can see that he's drunk because he's wavering a little bit, and cars are just passing him by, staying like in the middle, and cars passing by and they're honking, "Get out of the fucking road!" And he just calmly walks over. He's like smoking a cigarette, and he walks over to the pizza place, and he looks around at the people who are standing there, and he says to like the kind of small crowd of people, he's like, "I'll give anybody here $100 if you can lay a finger on me.
Have to fight.
You just gotta lay a finger on me. Just gotta touch me. $100." And some like young guy with frost-tipped hair comes over. He's like, "All right, bro, come on." And then he's like, $100, let's see it. And the guy takes out his wallet and shows like a couple 50s. You just gotta lay a finger on me. And the kid like tries to swat him, and the dude has crazy reflexes. He like slips away several times, dodge, and then he trips and the kid falls on his face. And some people are like filming now.
I want to make sure I'm not in anyone's shot when they're filming.
Okay, there are maybe 2 people around with eyesight glasses.
Stand behind them, not in front.
Okay. Do you guys get just watch the scene and not involve yourselves? Or?
Yeah, Finley wants to so bad though.
Solga
She's quaking.
oh, could you take him in arm wrestling?
Probably not. No.
Yeah, I'm trying to stay out of
Goddamn, but you want to.
stay in the shadows, but pay attention to what's happening. Do his reflexes seem unnatural? Are the people with the glasses behaving weirdly at all?
No, it's just another New York moment. It's just a thing on the street, and the guy, his reflexes aren't. It's not great. It's just like a martial artist or something. He's obviously trained like boxing or whatever, but he's not moving unnaturally or something. He's just okay. He can step out of the way and then move in for a little takedown. So he does that like one more time. The guy comes up. He's like, "All right, I'm gonna slap you. I'm gonna slap you." And he fails, and then the guy like ends up hopping up onto a car. "All right, you're gonna lose your chance." And he like hops off the car and walks off across the street.
Reminds me of the hockey guy from Ninja Turtles.
What a guy.
Wondering if I could do something like
Jasen
ask him for a
Voorhees?
cigarette and then
Jason
quietly poke him while he's giving me a cigarette and be like, "Got you."
You're gonna do that?
Thought about it, but don't want to be in
Thought
the
about
video. So,
Okay.
but I thought about it.
People aren't following him with their videos. Once he like hops off the car and walks across the street, that was an interesting thing to do. He like jumped up onto a car and then he just hops out into traffic and walks casually across the street. And then people are like generally stopping filming. Then again, if you guys are trying to avoid being filmed, people with eyesight glasses, you have no idea. And there's maybe about 10% of the people out here have those glasses.
I think until we know more, it's wise to not get involved. But that would have been fun.
Yeah, good call.
But
Okay, pizza comes, you get some pizza, and you head to Solga's.
yeah, come on
or
over. We'll put on
Helga's.
some music. Let's eat some pizza and get a little blasted. It's been a very long day for most
Okay.
of us.
Cool. So I'm allowing those of you who not much like crazy happened. I would allow that there's a quarter day for if you wanted to. Actually, a few of you stated that you are going to be upping your city integration talent.
Yes.
I figured
Matt
Solga was
said he
doing that
was.
I figured Helga was doing that while everybody was doing other stuff.
And the rest of the night, you arrive back at Solga's
Yeah.
place at 10 or whatever, and you're shooting the shit, drinking, eating pizza, and talking about life. Talking about the city, talking about, so it counts.
Getting to
Finley
know
really-
our new companion. But like I said, no shop
Wow.
talk. This
I
is
fail.
purely, we're going to play YouTube videos for each other. We're
Hmm.
going to talk about weird smells, bands we don't like. Just
Yeah.
general friendly hangout. Just try to unwind. It's been a
So-
very long day.
Also, that Vincent, if you go over to Helga's place, you do see that Mariah, the girl, is still unconscious, and Sally, who's there, who does identify herself as the girl's mother, says that she appears to be in a coma. She says Mariah is in a coma of some kind.
Oh, should we get her a hospital?
Nope.
I don't know how to explain this, but she chose to do this for her own safety.
Sally says, Vincent, Mariah is wanted by the mafia, and they have ways of finding out if she's in the hospital or not.
Okay. Brian, you mentioned someone looked someone up that looked like Mariah.
Yeah, Jasen might show. Oh, he's a pro. Oh, no, shop talk. Yeah, so you were there when he looked it up originally. Your character was. There's a girl in the Amber Alert registry and the missing persons registry who is 10 years old, who looks just like Mariah. In fact, maybe it is Mariah, for all you know. But she is, yeah. Her name is listed there as Robin Moore, and
I think Soleil said that she recalled Mariah had a different name.
yes, Soleil. Okay, Soleil would assure Vincent this is not, or Sally would assure Vincent, Mariah is not Robin Moore. Mariah is my daughter, and her last name is Everly, and I adopted her when she was a baby, and I've been caring for her since.
Okay.
And
Can I pull Sally and Jasen? What is Jason's name? Jasen?
Jasen, yeah.
Can I pull them to a different room or outside, away from the non-shop talk zone?
Sure, and out into the shop talk hallway, or
Yeah.
yeah, okay.
Yeah, everyone else, keep eating pizza and getting a little drunk. We deserve it.
Yeah, we start playing a drinking game.
Oh, King's Cup?
Sure. Fuck it. Fucking wee ball.
Yeah, we're
Okay.
like, come on.
All right, narratively, I'm gonna take the spotlight off of the drinking games and onto Patrick, Vincent.
No games in this game.
So do both Mariah Everly and Robin Moore look exactly the same? Or is there a
Yes.
picture?
They do,
Okay.
yes, they do look exactly the same.
Okay. Vincent will say, I've had dreams about at least one of these girls where I had to save them, and I was from some other world. So,
Sally's got like a hard expression, but it softens a little bit, and she says, "You've had dreams too."
yes. So it's really odd that there's two of them that I just discovered, and under these circumstances, what's the history? You probably don't know Robin Moore, but where are you guys from? Like, have you guys been living in the city this whole time?
She says, "Vincent, do you believe in prophecy? Are
I
you?"
do. According to my dreams, it feels like there's something more going on.
There is, Vincent. There's a lot more going on. She says, "I don't know, Vincent. I've had enough experiences. I've seen enough things that I don't know what's real anymore. Do you ever have that experience, Vincent?"
I mean, I've had it a few times today and last night.
Okay. I don't know quite what to say about that, but to answer your question, and the rest of them in there will probably say the same thing, is that if you want to know where we're from, our memories, something happened to us, to all of us. Our memories has been fucked with, something has fucked with our memories, okay? So we don't know where we're from, mainly because, not that we don't remember, but maybe we remember too much, and we don't know which memories are real. I don't know what happened to us. And so if I say that I'm from this place or that place, I don't know which answer is actually the right answer. Does that make sense?
I understand the words you're saying, but that's quite
Okay,
odd.
the easy answer is that I'm from upstate New York. I was a street fighter, underground fighting circuit for a while. And then I met a man, and we found this girl. It was many years ago, several years ago, and she was a baby at that point. She grows up so fast, and I've been trying to put that life behind me to take care of her. But she is a very special girl. She hasn't been unconscious this whole time. She knows what's going on. She has the answer, whatever she's dreaming of right now. She has the answer to, I don't know, this confusion. The whole reason, I don't know, Vincent. I'm not making any sense.
Is she diabetic?
Sure, I don't. Vincent, she's a prophet.
She might need sugar? Prophet.
She's a prophet, yeah. Maybe she's also diabetic. I don't know. I don't think, but I believe she's a prophet. And this sounds weird from your perspective, probably fucking stupid, in fact, but she's from another world, Vincent. And this world is a prison. This world is an illusion, or we came from an illusion, but she's from somewhere else, and she's come here to guide us into freedom. That's my interpretation. Maybe the other people here will tell you something different, but that's just how I see things. Anyway, you should stick around, Vincent, because if you're dreaming about her, then she knows you, and she's called you, and she needs your help. Okay, and if you stick around, you're probably going to see some weird shit. I don't know what kind of weird shit you've seen in your life, but remember, that priest we were talking to? He thinks there's a demon down there? Probably it's a demon. I've seen demons. Probably a fucking demon. So I don't know if you've ever seen weird supernatural shit, but it's real. Also, don't be scared. We could probably take it. Anyway, I gotta go eat some pizza.
I have seen some supernatural shit.
You have. She's about to turn away into the door, and she says, "Oh,
Yeah. Let's just save it. I got a lot to digest here.
yep, okay, whatever.
I
Yep.
gotta make a call.
Okay,
I'll step out.
okay. All right." She goes back in. What do you want to do? A phone call and an asides?
Sure.
He's just calling his mom, you guys. That's it. It's okay.
Okay, hopefully he's not ratting us out to the chops. I'm assuming also I had some real good weed. I don't think it was legal in New York at this time. I'll bust out a couple of.
Oh yeah.
As chemical engineers, we gotta have a. Oh god.
Fun.
Yeah. Cool.
Anyway,
They're back.
Vincent isn't back. Soleil comes back in, and then Solga, you get a text message from Vincent that says, "I'm tired. I'm going home."
Okay, that's fine. I'll be like, I will send him a very annoying text message full of lots of emojis, being like, "Okay, see you later." Like high fives, hearts, and then a couple of totally random ones, like some cats and frogs and stuff. I feel like the novelty would be incredible. Just a long fucking string of emojis.
Okay.
And he would be like, "Oh, this woman's crazy."
Okay. Cool. All right. So yeah, Soleil comes in and she says, Vincent is one of the dreamers.
Oh
Shit,
shit.
dog.
He had a dream about Mariah, and I don't know why there's a dreamer here in the city, but she's calling to him. So we have to keep him around if he'll stay with us, work with
Well.
us.
Seems like an alright dude so far. Happy to.
He seems to be familiar with the existence of supernatural things. Perhaps he will be open to understanding the truth, whatever the truth actually is. We don't even know. I don't know.
We won't find out tonight. It seems like you need some shots. Then
Yeah,
just
I
hand her,
fucking
like-
need some shots.
I would
Oh.
still go and hand her 2 double shots.
Okay.
Be like,
All
"Here
right.
you go.
Okay.
Bottoms up, baby."
She bottoms ups.
Hell yeah.
All right. So who succeeded your wits roll for that?
I did.
Okay.
Finley didn't.
Okay.
failed.
So
Just
only
a bunch of idiots.
yeah.
Too caught up thinking in circles about the consciousness experiments.
So
This means you're not drunk enough yet. You need another shot. Here you go.
Rachel, spend 5 XP to improve your city integration. To
Hell
1.
yeah. I'll spend 5 XP to improve my city integration.
So now, at this point, all the red skills. Oh, you get to take one of those city talents and make it not red anymore. Seen it all or hidden stash.
Okay.
Okay, here, done that.
I'm on my phone right now. I will
I
do
just
this
did it.
when I'm at. Sorry, Ben's in the office talking to a friend.
That's all right. I just did it all for you.
Thank
I
you.
did it all.
Much obliged.
Okay, seen it all is once per session. You may ignore all rolled banes. Okay. Just put
That seemed like a good one.
a comment for you. All right. So we'll skip ahead to you guys end up falling asleep.
Good,
You know,
good. Up
You've
Put
agreed
pillows
to.
on everybody
Yeah.
and rolled up towels underneath their heads, a blanket on them and stuff.
Yeah.
There's probably room in my bed for 1 or 2 people.
Finley jumps in right away.
Good.
Tries to cuddle.
Good. Aggressive cuddles back.
Aggressive cuddles. Okay. All right. So for the next morning, you were agreeing to meet with Father Seamus at the St. Anthony's table, and so it takes a couple hours to get there. What, Pat?
Can Vincent do something before
Yeah.
they meet up?
Yeah.
Okay. So I'm imagining Vincent's in deep thought, and it's a montage where this song, "All the Things She Said," is going around in the background by Tatsu.
Hell
Yeah.
yeah.
Oh, hold on 1 second.
I just posted it.
Oh, I remember that song. Believe me, it was important.
I gotta wait for Brian to come back.
Okay, go on. Continue.
And so he's just in deep thought on his way home, and is just on the couch with all his clothes and all the lights on, and just passes out.
Okay, cool. So yeah, that night you have the same dream again, and hold on 1 second. So the dream that you had last night. 1 second. You are approaching a city, or you're approaching the ruins of a city, and it's the city of the dead. Entering it, you're going to die, but you have to enter it. You have to go in because your queen has entered, and she is there, and ghosts, black fog throughout the ruins of this city. And as you step in, as you approach the ruins, you see your hands, your skin beginning to turn into black dust, and your hands and your arms, your body flaking away and blowing away in this black dust into the wind. And with a brief memory that, someone is watching you. Something has got your back as you enter the city of the dead. And actually, like, right before your hand vanishes, dissolving with the rest of you, is a ring on your finger that will protect you. Yeah, it's a very vivid dream. And yeah, you wake up the next morning. You all do. It is Saturday, the September 26th. And yeah, it's a clear day, light winds, about 59 degrees. Somebody listens to the news. There's some vocal objections there's the eyesight game. There are eyesight glasses that are growing in popularity, and along with that, there's been this game called Omega Invasion that a lot of people have been playing, and it's been getting really popular. But there's been a lot of people some people apparently have been objecting to the game because it distracts people from real life, and it has elements of it that some people don't like. It assigns people on these different teams at random, and some people think it makes making people paranoid of each other. But like the head of Omega Games, his name is Bradley Norse. He's out to the defense of the game, saying it's a new form of socialization, and it's encouraging team problem solving, team building, and it's far more loved than it is hated. That the complaints about it are a vocal minority, and so on. So, anything any of you want to do before your meeting at the St. Anthony's table at 9 a.m.?
Probably mechanically means nothing, but Alice would want to sit down with her stuff and make sure that she still understands like how a gun works and how her handheld pen tester works and all that stuff.
Yeah. Okay, yeah. So you're like generally good enough. There are some things that you don't fully, you have a hard time remembering what to use, particularly like the pen tester, the computer stuff, that you should be able to do that easily, but it's too different from what your like body, like muscle, what you're used to actually doing. And there's a lot of details that you have to like try to consciously fish out of memory. But with like guns, you could shoot, you could aim and pull the trigger. You're fine with that. Driving a car, not so great.
Okay.
But there's like a lot of technical shit. I'm just describing your Red City skills. I'm long-windedly saying you have a -4 penalty on all those.
Nice. All right. I would also try and borrow some grubby yet protective clothes from Helga.
I will probably have something, but you are probably taller than me significantly. I probably have a couple of like some oversized like coveralls and like a big sweatshirt from like a tech conference. That's like too big for me, and I'll be like, here you go.
Yeah, big hoodie would be good.
Yeah, big hoodie, exactly. That's what I'm trying to say.
I'm gonna whip up a bunch of peanut butter and jelly sandwiches. Bring with us.
Oh yeah, I figured morning of probably Helga has an incredible hangover recipe. Something like drink this foul-smelling, colorful liquid, and it's like a weird mixture of salts and condensed fruit juices. Probably has ripped up a bunch of eggs for everybody.
Yeah. All right. Yeah. So the rest of you actually, I do like you went to sleep, and I don't know how. Like maybe your sleep was a bit restless. I'm not going to penalize you for that, but narratively, like this day, like what Sam said, you feel like you walked 1,000 miles through 3 different realms. The morning started in the ruins of Vaughn, and you remember sneaking in Vaughn, fighting a fighting battle up the stairs, and Marigal and the fucking giant tower demon, and the like Cavill's stabbing with the fire arrow, and the melting and the fire worm, and then climbing up to Zytera's tower and fighting weird Moog shit creatures, and a pitched battle with horrible presence of Zytera, slicing him in half, and people dying, and the portal spewing acid, and leaping into the portal and passing through hordes of demons in a fleshy landscape, a massive 10-kilometer wide cavern of a world filled with soot and smoke and flesh and demons and an awful hellish ecosystem and occasionally the breaking of the sunlight, the clouds parting, and a completely benevolent, loving sun source of light shining down briefly to heal little tiny pieces of it, to heal you, and Mariah breaking into tears and chanting at the sight of it and saying, "He's here." And then her just kind of the helplessness of seeing her sink deeper into lethargy and her consciousness slowly slipping away as you approach and made your way through that world to the Silver Tower. And who's that? Oh, Matt's here. Yeah.
Hey, Matt.
Yo,
And I was just describing, you guys finally made it to bed.
hell yeah.
Sorry,
Sweet.
like reviewing the previous day from Vaughn through Jermog, when witnessing the with like helpless experience of seeing Mariah's like consciousness slowly slip away as you got closer to the Silver Tower, and when her saying that I have to do this, like she implying that she has to hide herself, and facing that guardian of self-loathing, just the embodiment of like self-hatred that you pass through before the elevator, up into the elevator, and your a whole new life blasting into your experiences and the confusion, and making your way here to Helga's apartment, and then heading to talking with Ji Young and finding out all about all this shit going on underneath the city, and trying to rescue her family in Staten Island, encountering weird blackouts of consciousness when you went there, dropping her off at St. Anthony's table and being offered a partnership to go hunt a demon bear beneath the subway, and now you're here, finally in bed, or on a couch, as the case may be, and sleeping. That was your day. Yeah, the next day, Saturday. I'm gonna, unless there's something you want to do, I can fast forward to you all being at St. Anthony's table.
Let's fast forward.
Okay.
Wait, did you guys fight the bear?
We're about to.
There's a bear in
That's a
St.
good
Anthony's
time.
with boxing gloves. Yeah. Okay. Yeah, you go there, and Father Seamus is there, and he offers you some coffee. And I'm not sure if you guys have all the equipment that you were hoping to have by this point, but
Wait,
given the
that's
two of you
ominous.
went shopping, I don't know if some of you were hoping to go shopping and just didn't in the last session for other gear or whatever.
I have
But-
$0.
Should have touched that guy.
I thought about it. I told you I was quaking.
Yeah, they encountered a guy on the street who was offering to give anybody $100 if they could lay a finger on him. Nobody took him up on that offer. Anyway,
Guess
what?
we could bring like rope, water bottles, flashlights.
Okay, Seamus could offer water bottles and flashlights. He's got those. He doesn't have rope.
I'm
but-
assuming we can hit up a hardware store afterward to pick up these things. After meeting with him, right? That's what we're
Oh.
doing first?
Yeah, he says he's basically like, "You ready to go?" And he's like, "Have some coffee, get the things that you need. If you need some water bottles, we're gonna go into the undertown right now."
Can Helga use her flashback and say, well, I wasn't here last week, but
Yeah.
I feel like the same trip that bought the cheap vodka for the Molotov cocktails probably could have easily gotten some rope.
Sure.
I'm sorry, I'm like hiccuping over here. How
That's all right.
embarrassing.
Yeah.
Excuse me.
That's okay.
Yeah,
I'm gonna
you
blame
should
it on the
excuse
bad Los
yourself.
Angeles fire air.
Yeah. Okay, sure. You've got rope. How long of a rope are you talking?
I'm gonna say at least 20 feet.
Okay, make sure to write that on your character sheet.
We'll say 30 feet for safety, but other than that, it gets bulky. I will write that down.
Okay, and let's say 10 meters. It has a weight of 1, I think.
Sounds good.
Yes. All right. So I just want to check. Everybody present? I haven't heard from. Yeah.
Oh yeah, I'm here.
Yeah. Okay. And
Jason is going to grab a backpack with an assortment of goodies in it out of the back of his car.
Finley
Goodies
travels
to be
with everything
determined.
she owns at all times.
say it again.
Finley has everything she owns with her at all
Okay,
times.
cool.
She's got everything.
If you needed to toss it,
Yes,
All right.
please.
Is Vanessa got everything that she wanted to bring
Yeah, I was just gonna say there's a flashlight on the gun she bought.
on the what?
The gun that she bought,
Oh, okay.
there's a flashlight attachment.
Okay.
Oh, and I picked up a whip from the apartment.
Okay.
And then I have those bottles of liquor, which when we're gonna head down, we'll shove rags into the top of it and distribute to whoever wants one. You guys were partying while Vicassa smoked a J and watched Vampire Diaries.
incredible. Did she paint her nails? I hope you have like a really fresh
Probably.
manicure.
She always has a fresh manicure.
Just heard what you said and thought that was funny.
Good. Thank you.
I feel like
I'm assuming you meant me.
2015 was the golden age of the CW.
I personally hate that show, but but Vanessa liked it, so she was saying, "What is this Vampire Diaries all about?"
All right, I'm going to narrate your descent into Undertown. All right. Father Seamus guides you guys. You go for a walk, and you end up in the Grand Concourse subway station. And you guys wait for a train to pass. And there's not very many people on the platform. But Father Seamus, he's got his baseball bat, and he's got a leather jacket on and a knife strapped to his side, and he's got his priest collar. So yeah, and he like looks both ways and then hops into the subway tunnel. He's like, "Come on, let's go." And you guys follow him through the tunnel, and the tunnel eventually connects with another side tunnel that appears to be a separate track that would have passed through the side Grand Concourse, and from there he makes his way into a small maintenance tunnel that it opens up into an Amtrak tunnel and then follow a few different routes that go down underneath the tunnels, and eventually you pass like there's a couple of like people down there in these like dark tunnels, and then in one tunnel you hear some water dripping. You've got your like flashlights, and quite suddenly there's 4 or 5 lights turn on, and this tunnel appears to be bigger, wider than it had first appeared. But these like 5 like headlamps turn on, and these guys step out from behind some pillars, and they look like homeless guys, but they're tough, and if they have weapons on them, they have metal pipes and that kind of thing. And one of them steps forward, and he's Father Seamus, it's good to see you. And Seamus greets the guy and introduces him to the rest of you. He's like he's in his 20s. He's got like burn scars all over his face. And
Finley know him?
let's see, give me a streetwise -4. Give me a scholar roll, and actions maybe +3.
1 success.
Okay, you do recognize him. Yeah, you've heard that he's a scavenger. You've heard him referred to as Rat King, and you've heard that he's one of the people who helps run this town beneath the city, and he does salvage and security or lookout for that.
Is there a Mrs. Rat King?
No. So, yeah, you don't know him personally because Fenrir, you don't typically associate with this population. Your skills, you have been utilizing it with mainly like organized crime, who they offer you money. You've got enough money that you can survive, and you don't need to resort to being down here. Though you've never been down here. You've been homeless before, but you've never been down here. So anyway, yeah, Seamus introduces himself. This is Rat King, and Seamus says, we want to talk about the bear.
Wait, sorry, I had a rat a few years ago, and its name was Rat King Cole. Just a warning, so
Nice.
love it.
Beautiful.
Good.
Good.
Yeah, Rat King looks around at his crew. He's got 4 other guys there, and he nods and he says, "Are we gonna go? Are we gonna hunt? Are we gonna find this thing?" And Seamus looks at the rest of you and says, "We're gonna find it. Just tell us where we need to go."
You say, "No, I'm just down here for the company."
Rat King says, "We got a lot of company down here. You're welcome down here anytime, honey."
Shoot him in the leg. No,
Helga would nudge Vanessa and be like, hey, you got a fan club.
I'll crack my whip
Okay, yeah.
Don't threaten them with a good time.
and wink at him. No,
Yeah.
I'm not gonna wink at him. I don't want to goad this situation on any further.
Yeah.
It's good
So
to have friends.
He
In
and the
case
other
this does not
guys are
expect.
impressed by the whip.
My
Mm.
filthy polycool.
Hell yeah, baby.
So you descend down the tunnel further, and soon you come into through these other like side tunnels and little doors. You enter a place that's looks like an old maintenance bay that's got tracks on it, like that it used to be used for maintaining trains. but it's a big open place. But there's like makeshift stalls, some salvage materials. There's a fire pit in the middle where people are like warming themselves and cooking. There's people. There's maybe like 100 or so people down here. You can smell like food cooking. There's like you see a little area where people are like trading, bartering like supplies, that kind of stuff. And then there's these other side tunnels as well. And you guys enter, you don't look like this population. These are people, you hear people like coughing and there's a lot of people here that don't have not in good physical condition. And there's a couple guys shouting at each other in the corner. Somebody who's obviously high as hell on heroin, just like laying on the ground. But people generally seem to be whatever they're living down here. And
Brian,
what's up?
I'm gonna deploy my plastic sheet so I look more like the homeless person.
Okay, you have a plastic sheet?
Yeah.
Oh, wrap it around yourself?
Yeah, like over my shoulders.
I didn't know you had a plastic sheet.
Yeah, I used it the first session.
Oh, okay. All right. Oh yeah, you were disguising yourself as a person, digging through the trash. Okay, so you whip out your homeless person disguise, and so you make your way through there, and Rat King says, or rather, he's not saying anything. Seamus is saying, "This is the hub. This is the main area," and he's asking Rat King for if there's anybody else is around, and he points out, "Oh, there's a guy over there. That's the engineer. He helps maintain like water flow and ventilation and electrical systems and stuff in the city. Over down that tunnel is where is the infirmary. That's where Doc Marie she runs that infirmary." And he points out a woman like at the bartering area. He says, "That's Sarah. She looks like she's in her 30s." He says she runs distributes food around here. She's this really skinny woman who's like bald. Yeah, but you guys make your way through there, through some other tunnels. There's these like pipes, you can tell like water pipes, and they lead to a place Rat King is calling the Cistern. And this whole time he's talking about the people who have disappeared, the people who have died. And he's like, where we found their bodies. Like down here, a couple people were out here collecting water, and they never came back, and we went looking for them. And he's went down these tunnels. We found their bodies just ripped up, just torn to shreds. And he says,
Helga slightly asked, "I apologize, this is gauche, but do you have pictures
"Do you have pictures? I don't have
of the
pictures."
bodies?"
No.
Okay, my apologies. No worries. Just want to know if we could look at the injuries.
Oh, hey, do you want to look at one of the bodies? Do you want to look at the bodies? We could just go try to find this thing, but if you want to see the bodies.
No, it's okay. It's
got-
okay. Just
got- we
information
got
is
them.
power.
All right.
I mean,
yeah.
I think we should look if it's convenient to do this so we
Yes.
have some idea of what we're up against.
Yes,
He's like, all right, I'll show you where, but you know what? I don't want to look at the bodies anymore.
that's fair. We apologize. We know this is very hard. Thank
Okay.
you.
Yes, yeah. He guides you back through the main area, through another side tunnel towards the infirmary, and the infirmary. There's like a tunnel is actually tiled tunnel, and it leads to an old signal room. And there's some scavenged like medical supplies and even like herbal remedies like on shelves in there. And it's not appropriate. Yeah, and there's a couple people in beds, and there's a woman there who's introduced. She's like in her 50s. She's got this like chronic cough, but she's always working, and she is introduced as Doc Marie. And Rat King says, "Hey, they're going to find the bear. You got the body still?" And she says, "We're gonna throw them out, but I got them down in the basement because they're starting to stink now. But if you want to take a look, we can do that." And she goes down a little tunnel and climbs down some stairs, and you guys follow her into a room. She has a flashlight, and it stinks down here. It smells like rotten flesh. And she's got wrapped up two bodies wrapped up in blue tarps, and she uncovers one of them, and it's a man in his 30s. Or it was a man in his 30s. He is flayed, and his
Like completely?
chest is ripped open. Yeah.
Completely flayed, chest is ripped open. All right.
Yeah, his skin, he's still got skin on it, but if he flayed, he's like big chunks of his skin are gone, and you can see
So
the
was it like
scratch marks. Was
Okay.
that?
It wasn't like a ritualistic thing though, where
No.
like a person is, "I'm going to make leather out of a man." It was
No.
more like you just got okay.
It looks like he got mauled by like a hydra. You got,
Something large and horrible.
you got mauled by a gray bear or something. Give me any of you an observation roll.
Which kind of observation?
Investigator, if you have it, that's not at a penalty.
Oof. Okay.
can do it.
Anyone but
Yeah.
me.
I do it.
I feel like Jason should do it just for.
Yeah. Actually,
You know,
Monster Hunter. Actually, Matt, yeah, give me observation Monster Hunter.
Can you do it for me, please?
Okay, yeah. My guess is you're holding a little person.
And I'll assist.
You're only a small.
Okay, so it sounds like okay. Jason's gonna roll Monster Hunter and observation. Everybody else assists. I think I got rid of that specialty, but whatever. All right, so let's see, 4, 6.
It would be like
That's-
it would be an observation investigation with a monster hunter bonus.
Yeah, it's all right. 1 success, no penalties, no banes.
Yes.
So-
would not be helpful towards investigation, but I was hoping Helga could recognize her Hallie died or something due to
Yeah,
her
so-
experience, like, healing and first aid and stuff.
Jason points out that some of the wounds look like chemical burns.
Hmm.
In fact,
Chemical burns or an acid?
acid chemical burns.
Okay.
Yeah. It looks like, to your eyes, it looks like there's parts of his like body, flesh that have melted essentially from exposure to acid.
Jason
you're
would
up.
point out this is probably an acid bear. Yes,
Classic acid bear.
Damn, does this bear do acid?
an acid spitting bear.
I've known some bears that do acid.
It's like the cocaine bear. Wait, that movie's not out yet.
Cocaine bear? Oh, yeah, no, not
If
in.
the bear smoked mid,
I didn't was talking about a movie.
Solga analyzed the acid burns.
Yeah, I'll just say that it looks like a relatively strong acid, but yeah, without the like equipment, sophisticated equipment, you wouldn't be able to determine exactly what acid it was.
It doesn't have like a specific smell or anything. It's just, oh yes, something real strong dissolved part of this fan.
Yeah, it has a acidy smell, like a
Okay.
right.
Like hot Cheetos.
Yeah, it smells
Cheetos don't
very
smell like acid.
I know.
sure.
That's upsetting.
It just smells like if you go down and sniff next to his rotting body, you detect over the nauseating smell of putrescence, there's a slight hint of chemical-y acidy smell. Yep, that's acid. And then you barf, and then
I was going to say
Jeepers.
Jason throws up.
Hold
Yeah.
on, I can only get so erect.
Ew. Wait,
All right,
but Kessa is getting erect? Well,
no,
Craig,
I
make
am.
sure you highlight that.
Oh yeah, I wanted to ask who else took There were 3 more Molotov cocktails. Who took them?
imagine you see you can't carry them all on your own.
I can carry them.
I distributed them.
Oh,
I took 2, and then I handed 3 out, and we didn't establish who took them.
Out of how many?
3.
I don't care. Do you
Okay.
want a Molotov?
Finley will
cocktail?
take 1 for sure.
Helga will carry some, but they will not be combined quite yet. They'll just be in her backpack. She's got some rags. Got some bottles of mystery liquor. Mystery
you should-
solvent, actually.
You each get
It's
one, and
part
then
of my
I'll,
job, okay?
and then I'll let
easy.
Jason have one too, because I figure he's a monster hunter.
Jason
Mhm.
points at his blackjack and says, "This is what I prefer to use."
Okay. Then does Solga want 2? Does anybody else want 1?
Helga will take 2. Again, useful in research. So if Helga's caught, need it for work.
This liquor will be very good for my research.
Sometimes you need a solvent for your chemicals.
It's for throwing at this thing.
Okay, but if I get caught, it is a solvent for my research. You're not gotta think. Come on.
Okay. Do you guys do anything else with the bodies?
Make him guess. No, I don't think so.
So some
That
is
was
the
funny.
conclusion we can gain from this is some sort of large clawed animal with some sort of acid attack killed this person.
Yeah, an acid bear, if you will.
We can call it that for now, but
Oh, one thing I do want to check is so there's claw marks and there's acid. Are the claw marks acid, or are there claw marks and then separate acid burn?
They
Or
are
the
separate.
acid burns in the claw marks?
No, they're separate.
Okay. It's probably a bear that spits acid or
Yeah.
excretes it in some other way.
Actually, I don't think Soleil would.
I say this in regular volume around the doctor and whoever else is there.
Okay.
again, sorry.
Okay.
He said he thinks it's a bear that spits acid. Whatever it is, it spits acid.
Yeah, so be careful because it probably has some sort of projectile attack.
It's projectile semen.
Projectile demon semen that
Demon
acts like
semen.
acid.
We should get objects that could be shields.
Jason has a shield.
For himself.
Wait, he's gonna go in front because he's a hero. He's the hero we need.
Be like, this
Vincent
creature
will
might
look-
be intelligent. I'm not saying anything to attack it.
Hold on, Pat. What were you saying?
Vincent will ask if they have a shield he can borrow or an object that could work for one.
Trash can.
They've got. There's a lot of trash can. There's some trash can lids.
Yeah.
You could have. There's.
Those are all for street music, though, so you probably have to ask.
Yeah, you gotta pay the guy who's banging on who's stomping, doing some New York City stomp. Pay him some cigarettes together. No, yeah, I mean, there's trash can lids. There are also other pieces of metal that you could find. A few pieces of like wood. Some of them have handles on them in the form of doors, but those are typically being used by people. If you're going into the main area, that is something that does exist, but you'd need to barter.
Do I have to barter for trash can lid?
No.
Okay, I'll just grab that.
Okay. Okay.
I'll
My
snag a
shield
lid
was the-
too.
My shield was the friends
Yeah.
I made along the way.
Mm,
Who else had a trash can? You said some of you also said so.
yeah.
Yeah.
Me. Or I don't know.
Okay.
If everyone's got lids, it's okay. I'm
Everybody
just
just
gonna stay in
steal
the back
lid.
anyways. I'm just an academic, okay?
Hey, you can still fire a gun. You're still
Yeah,
deadly.
From over there, away from the bear.
We're gonna take you to a firing range, and you will become deadly.
Okay.
Fret
Now,
not.
let's go.
All right. So you guys have trash can lids, and now Seamus wants to head into the deep areas of the tunnels to find this thing. And so Rat King and his crew, they're also going to come with. So there's a total of you guys plus Seamus plus Rat King and four of his guys. 4, 6. That's how many of those are you? 1, 2, 3, 4, 6 of you. So that's a dozen people. Okay. So you leave through the cistern area where they get fresh water from pipes, and find yourselves moving through like a plumbing maintenance area, and there's steam here. Like a lot of the water seems to be there's some like leaking water that maybe dripping down onto hot pipes, and it's this kind of a long tunnel area that's filled with steam. And as you're moving through it, at one point, Solga, you see like up ahead, actually off to the side, it almost looks like a shadowy, like a human, like a shape appears in the steam and then just as quickly seems to vanish.
Scary.
So you continue moving on through the area and find your. Go ahead.
Can anyone see that?
No, she didn't report it to anybody.
No one was looking at her.
Seeing a figure in the steamy shadows, it could just be another homeless person wandering about, or it could be something. Looks like a figure. I don't want to be jumping every single homeless person that is wandering by. Jeez, they're just trying to live their lives and be left alone.
This is their home.
Yeah, that's what I said. Left alone.
Yeah.
They live here. They're just vibing and being like, doing their thing.
Yeah.
I'm not gonna report it.
So you guys enter a dark, like a subway junction where two like subway tunnels converge, and there's like a switch in there, and there's a lot of dust in here, and it's very dust. Seems like dust has been kicked up or it's been blown in here, but there's a notable stench. Something smells awful.
What kind of stench? Tell us more.
It smells like garbage and
Right.
rotting meat.
Okay. It's dead bodies.
My gun is up and my hoodie is covering my mouth.
Okay. And Rat King is he as you guys are moving through the space, he's like, anybody here? Who's here? And you hear some rustling off in a dark corner, and that you hear somebody being like, okay, get away from me! Get away! I don't know. Go away! And you see somebody covered in a blanket is this like an older person is covered in a blanket and laying in the corner, and then you see somebody else standing nearby, like behind a pillar, lean out from behind the pillar and looks at you guys and smiles. There's a Latino guy. He's company, huh? What are you guys doing around here? So Rat King says, hey, who the fuck are you? When the guy's, hey, I'm my own person. And he steps out from behind the pillar, and he's got a knife in one hand, and he says, hey, I'm just here having fun, okay? Why don't you guys leave me alone?
How clean does that knife look?
How the knife doesn't look very clean.
Like bloody?
No, not bloody, but the person who's like huddling under a blanket seems scared.
I'll say to Rat King, it looks like that guy might be stabbing that guy or something.
Yeah, Rat King shrugs and nods and is, you better get lost, buddy. You better get the fuck out of here. We're gonna take that knife from you, and we're gonna put it where the sun don't shine. And
I'm gonna try to disarm him with my whip.
Okay.
I think that's like a -2.
Yeah. Let's see. Disarm. It's just one success and -2. Actually, yeah.
Oh wait, 1 success.
Okay. Yeah, you whip out and snag the knife from his grip, and it clatters to the floor near you guys. And the guy laughs and backs up, and he starts to run down the subway tunnel, out of sight. And so, a couple of people in Rat King's crew go to the person who's huddling under the blankets, make sure they're okay, and they tell the person they should probably get out of there. But the person can't really walk very well, so one of them decides to help the person back to the Undertown.
But were they getting attacked by that guy?
Yeah. So this is like the person who you're helping seems to be about in their 60s. They look like transgender, white, and like sick, like shaking and probably hungry and tired. And yeah, they were being harassed by that guy.
Let's give them a couple of rations, some water.
Okay.
And direct them to Father Seamus's home, or like where Father Seamus is. Like you can sleep there, be warm and safe.
Yeah, the couple of Rat King's guys or one of Rat King's guys is taking the person back to the Undertown.
Okay, that's good.
Okay.
It's psycho people and an acid bear.
Yeah, Rat King says, this monster, it ain't the only monster down here. That's true. And by the way, if you come down here, you're going to see some weird shit. Especially the deeper you go, the weirder it gets. We try not to go much deeper than where we are now. But you might have seen, if you were back, did any of you see the shapes in the fog back there?
Yeah.
We'll go with it.
Yep. Seen that. I think there's ghosts down here.
There's worse things than ghosts in the world. Let's continue.
All right, so you guys continue. So Rat King, he's sniffing the air. He says, we're almost to where we found the bodies. So we're getting close. At that point, down the tunnel, down the direction where the guy who had the knife, he ran, you hear a scream. And then along with the scream, you hear this like echoing through the tunnel. It's like weird chortling growl. And the screaming goes on for a couple seconds, and then it's silent.
And Alice is sweaty. Like, she has not done battle in this world.
Yeah.
Really fair.
So we'll leave it there for tonight. 7:20, 10:20. I think that's a good place to stop.
Bye, Craig.